Hello and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles. We're here for another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. Today is Thursday, March 19th, 2026, but I'm back solving the puzzle from last Sunday, March 15th, so haven't been able to get to that until now. It is a puzzle called History Course, and it is by Miranda Kany. Miranda has, I think this is her third or fourth puzzle for the Times, and I think her first Sunday. So congratulations to Miranda on cracking the Sunday barrier. It is, as we would expect on a Sunday, a larger grid and a themed puzzle with presumably some kind of trick and some tricky fill throughout. So let's dive in and see what Miranda Kany has for us for this puzzle for Sunday, March 15th. Dwelling, with five letters, might be something like abode. One of two elected magistrates to the ancient cursus honorum. I have one of two. I have no idea. Two elected magistrates. I would think I would know something like that, but I don't. Plagiarized. Copied doesn't have enough letters. I don't know. Notion that's difficult to dispel. Roll on as time. As time. I don't know. One large head shredded with the outer leaves discarded. Sure looks like a recipe. What would we maybe want here? Cabbage? Record label for the Beastie Boys and Public Enemy. I don't know what label they're on. Why would I know that? Let's look at some downs. Provided assistance. I would have wanted aided. I don't see what could fit in three letters unless we have something weird going on. Spelling bee, well, that works. Spicy, say, what? Okay. 3/4 teaspoon, Grey Poupon preferred. Grey Poupon is a type of Dijon mustard. So that looks okay. End of semester hurdle, probably an exam. What is that? Does this help here? Not an exam? End of semester hurdle. Notion that's difficult to dispel. Record label. What about this? 1977 Robin Cook medical thriller. Well, I certainly am not going to know that. The first one was sent in 1971. Do we want email? And is there this looks like eDay fix, and that would work with aided, wouldn't it, if there was a rebus here? So we have IDE. Is this Def Jam Records? That would make sense. Is this Soma or Noma? Spicy, they say. Spicy. I don't know, but let's keep going. Soon to Shakespeare, probably anon. Is there a rebus here too? Ian, who portrayed Bilbo Baggins, as Ian Holm in the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies. Satisfied sigh could just be like that. Haven't a clue. No idea, and this certainly looks like it might have the IDE rebus in here. A lair could be a hideout. Spicy could be off color. This could be a coma. Blank Lupin, gentleman thief of literature. Oh, what is his name? Arsène Lupin, I think. Arsène, I should say. Eye drop, question mark. A tear is a drop that comes from your eye. Chaucer collection. Tales, Canterbury Tales. Workers' Rights Organization, I'm not sure. Drummer with the coffee table book, Another Day in the Life. Drummer, Neil Peart from Rush. That would work. Flower with a cup-shaped bloom. Oh. Go halvesies, say. Maybe this isn't Neil Peart. Drummer. Who else could that be? Thanksgiving is always on the fourth one in November, fourth Thursday, I guess. I really want this to be a tulip. Lacking adornment. Could be bald. Tulip. Then who is this? Go halvesies, say share. Why is this start? Who is start? Am I missing something? Baking measure, a tablespoon, Sri Lanka. Ground black to taste, pepper. Adjustable feature of an office chair, maybe the arms are adjustable. Daughter in Hebrew, is that bat? Is that where bat mitzvah comes from? Make a fast not last. Well, you can eat and then your fast is over. Digressive remark, digressive. An aside. Scatters as seeds. Well, you could sow seeds. Infamous warning for 126 across and for solvers when filling in 7 squares in this puzzle. Beware the Ides of March. Tour leader, a guide, probably. One might be noble. A gas might be noble if it's a noble gas. Swiatek, who's won the US Open, French Open, and Wimbledon, but not the Australian Open, notably. Iga Swiatek, a wonderful women's tennis player. Easily duped. Gullible? Naive, maybe is better fit. Cups of Joe. Javas is another way of saying coffees. Psychologist Solomon. Don't recognize that name. Do I? The U of UX is user experience. 1 clove crushed garlic. 2 tablespoons for acidity. Lemon juice, probably. Rejuvenate digitally. Rejuvenate digitally. Not sure. Add value to. Sully or Spartacus? Okay. Rapscallion. Oh, what? Curmudgeon's exclamation. Bah. Maybe this isn't cabbage. Maybe it's lettuce. Curmudgeon's exclamation. No, that doesn't look right either. What is this? Large head shredded with the outer leaves discarded. Romaine? A rapscallion could be imp. A curmudgeon's exclamation could be bah. Oh, are we making a Caesar salad? Maybe that's Caesar, beware the Ides, Caesar. I think that's what's going on. The blank, the Roman Empire. Well, there you go. Plagiarized, cribbed. Okay. Oop. Sully or Spartacus. Still don't see that. Handled vessel in a museum is an, what is it called? An amphora. That's right. Another Roman reference there. Its box is yellow and green with many colors in between. Crayola. Crayola crayon maker. Brand of canned beans, I have no idea. A calf born with 2 heads, some say, is an omen. Some in ancient Rome, indeed. Mushroom prized by chefs is a morel. Bean counter's book, probably a ledger. So Goya, I guess, brand of canned beans. Sully or Spartacus, both biopics. To add value to is to enrich. Solomon Ash, yes. Greedy sort. A pig. To de-age, to rejuvenate digitally, literally. De-aging technology in movies and TV shows. 1 of 2 elected magistrates. Oh, a consul to the cursus honorum. I think this is right. A lot of Roman Empire clues here. Soupçon feature. Soupçon is a little spoon, isn't it? Half cup slowly drizzled and whisked to form an emulsion. Olive oil. Roll on as time. I still don't see that. Area with pews, the nave of a church. Certain silk spinner. I would have thought a worm. A spinner. Oh, actually, I'm not sure. One-time organization for Jimmy Carter and JFK. Organization. Stockholders portion, a dividend. A spider, silk spinner. To elapse time, the US Navy. Bon Hiver, Skinny Love Band. Soupçon, the feature of the word soupçon is a cd, the accent under the C. Lying about is idle. Lolo Jones, bobsledder and hurdler, who's competed in both the Winter and Summer Olympics. I actually don't know the name of this person. Yeah, it must be Lolo, because a gift recipient is a donee. Literally the person to whom a donation is made. Isn't it? Isn't it? Do something perfectly. Oh, a cedilla, maybe, instead of the French word cedi. Yeah, to do something perfectly is to nail it. Lots of luck? Is that a thing people say? What am I, chopped liver? Peepers, keepers? Peepers, keepers? What does that mean? 5/8 or 2/14. 5/8 or 2/14, or are these dates? May 8th, February 14th? I don't know. All-star pitcher Oral Hershiser. George Eliot masterpiece, or a punny hint to 7 squares in this puzzle. Are they the same 7, the Ides one? George Eliot masterpiece. Middlemarch? Oh yeah, okay, the middle of March. The Ides are literally the middle of March, March 15th. I guess these must be V days. May 8th or, well, February 14th is Valentine's Day. Was May 8th also V day? Peepers, keepers, your lids, your eyes. Just both funny ways of saying eyes. Start of a piratey pillaging song, yo ho, and a bottle of rum. School whose team name is a poisonous nut. Oklahoma State University. I actually don't know what the team name is. I'll have to look that up. In stitches, sewn, maybe. Tabby talk is a meow. What a tabby might say. Conical dwelling is a teepee. To harvest is to reap. So this Las Vegas football player is a raider. Pharsalia and the Aeneid, both are epics, epic poems. Chop, mince, grate, for or etc. Chop, mince, grate, etc. All examples of preparation, food preparation. Period of glaciation is an ice age. A half cup freshly grated. I guess we want Parmesan here. Parmesan cheese. Hullabaloo is a riot or something like that. Hole on a belt. A notch on a belt. Mademoiselle in Madrid. Senorita, I don't know what the abbreviation is. Rushes. I'll leave that open for now. Poseidon's domain, Odeon? Odeon is a theater. Poseidon's domain was ocean. Maybe not riot here. I was going to say the sea. So what would this be? Hullabaloo. I don't know. Peanuts. The kissing disease, mononucleosis. The fountainhead protagonist. Oh, what is his name? Her name? Actually, I'm confusing with a different book now. The Fountainhead, Ayn Rand. What is the name of the... I don't remember. Mademoiselle, yes. 1 of 100 for Pooh and Friends. They live in the 100-acre wood. Winnie the Pooh and Friends. Holiday harmonies, carols, probably. Rushes, oh, right. Army Corps of Engineers project. Don't know. Foucault's pendulum author, that's Umberto Eco. Pictures on a computer screen might be icons. Alternative to a cup. What kind of cup? The Bard of Avon is the nickname for Shakespeare. Oh, cone, if you're talking about ice cream. A levee, Army Corps of Engineers might create a dam, a levee. Creature to take a gander at on Haleakala, is a nene goose, the official bird of Hawaii, in the state of Hawaii. 2 tablespoons for a briny flavor. Anchovy paste. It's a lot of anchovy paste. Rushes Races, so senorita spelled like that. Title role for both Patti LuPone and Madonna, Evita, I think, in the musical. Expensive Super Bowl features ads. Oh, right, features. Big Step. Big Step. Word before stick or after Scotland. Yardstick or Scotland Yard. Big Step. Astride. Some Savannah groups are Prides of Lions. 1997 Jim Carrey comedy is Liar Liar. Human rights lawyer Clooney is Amal Clooney, wife of George. Olden honeyed drink is mead. The fountainhead. Oh, right. Word on a protest sign, desist, maybe? Slyly disparaging. I don't know. Contemptuously laughed at, derided. Snide, I guess, slightly disparaging. Samurai sword is a katana. A bit is a tad, so this looks like a desist. Or resist, maybe? This is Tanner Rourke. And a roar, a hullabaloo. Peanuts, goobers? That's weird. Commoner, a peon. Goonies, peanuts? Operate on with light. Operate on with light. But light isn't in quotation marks, so it's not like we want a phrase that ends in light. Operate on with light. I don't know what that means. Open before December 25, question mark. Open before December 25. Oh, to peak at a present, maybe? Style coins that have never gone out of style. Chillaxing at rest. Nope, that's not. At ease, then, maybe. Gooners? What is this? Operate on with light. I still don't see that. The Tao of Pooh is another Winnie the Pooh clue, sort of. It's also about Tao Buddhism. This puzzle's subject in two very different ways. Caesar. So Gooners. I don't really understand that, but Gooner is fine. Caesar. So beware the Ides of March, as well as a Caesar salad. Operate on with light. What does this mean? It looks like it's going to be ease, maybe. East? Black out in a way. Tree from which turpentine may be derived. Is this a beech tree? That's the only thing I can think of. Or birch tree, maybe, actually. Chemo or not, because this is chemosabi, isn't it? What other kind of tree? A larch? Cute woolly farm animals. Cute woolly farm animals. Entreaty, a plea. Lambs, okay. Part of a Santa Claus costume, probably your beard. Uncle Remus title. Uncle Remus title. Who's Uncle Remus? Brer? Is that a thing? One way to cross the Rubicon. It's another Caesar clue, sort of. Step down. I don't know if this is correct. Alternative to X, like formerly known as Twitter. What's an alternative to? Oh, blue sky. Looks like a larch. What could this be? Black out in a way. Redact. This looks like tokens, turnstile cones that have gone out of style. Tokens, subway tokens. So this looks like ease here, but I don't understand why. Operate on with light. I don't get it. Got ready to drive? Question mark. Teed if you're getting ready to drive a golf ball. Tee up the golf ball. Refreshing web shortcut. Refreshing web shortcut. Control something, maybe? Control F? That's not, Control F is for find. I don't know. 1 cup seasoned and lightly toasted until crispy bread cubes instead of breadcrumbs. I guess. Croutons. Longtime Saints quarterback drew blank for Ricochet. Sue Grafton mystery. I guess it's not R for Ricochet. Step down. Resign. Maybe it is rare. One coddled or raw. Add an extra for richer flavor. Egg yolk. Tic-tac-toe win. O would win at tic-tac-toe if you've got 3 O's in a row, if you're the player that's playing O's. Expressions of appreciation in texts. Expressions plural. TYs, thank yous. Kind of overload. Sensory overload. Control R for refresh. I didn't know that. I thought I knew all my shortcuts. One's changing the narrative. Editors? Oh, a bridge to cross the Rubicon River. R is for Ricochet. And longtime Saints quarterback Drew Brees. Let's find out. No. Then what? What? Have I gotten all 7 I's? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got those 7. I'm not confident about Breeze, but I have to think everything else here is right. So then what? I don't think I was unsure. Maybe there was something else I was unsure about. Tanner Rourke. Roar. Mono. Amal. Resist. Katana. No, those have to be right. TP. Middlemarch. Oral Hershiser. Blue Sky has to be right. Kimosabi is right. Bread Cubes is weird. Brer, I'm not sure about, but Bridge has to be right. Resign has to be right. What am I missing? What am I missing, people? Ease, I'm not sure about. Chillaxing has to be at ease. Oh, here. Commoner. I want peon, but Parmesan doesn't fit with that. So maybe this is pleb. Operate on with light is to laze someone. Parmesan and goobers. That must be it. No, then what? What else? Okay, at this point I'm gonna have to pause and figure out what's going on here, because this yeah, there might be something in here. I'll have to look. Okay, I'm gonna pause it so I'm not wasting all your time here. Okay, I think I finally figured out where I went wrong, but I'm still not sure what the correct thing is here. I was not confident. I thought this was going to be Neilpert, but it's clearly not. And I just wasn't sure what this workers' rights organization was. I'm guessing National Labor something board. So National Labor, like what could this name be? Starm? Star with 2 R's? Oh. Okay. I don't know who that is, and I don't know what this is, so I'll have to look both of those things up, but let's quickly go through the theme here. I'm a little bit close to out of time. But we have several kind of revealers. We have an infamous warning for 126 across. 126 across is Caesar, this puzzle's subject, in 2 very different ways. Infamous warning also for solvers when filling in 7 squares in this puzzle. And we also have this sort of tangential revealer here, George Eliot masterpiece, or a punny hint to seven squares in his puzzle. So we are trying to, those theme clues in total are trying to point us towards two things. One, that the subject of this puzzle in two different ways is Caesar, Julius Caesar, the would-be emperor of Rome, and Caesar's salad, which is given by all the themed recipe clues. And then the second one is the Ide rebus. We want to beware the Ides, the rebus, IDE rebuses. And Middlemarch to the George Eliot masterpiece is a clue that the Ides, a clue to the Ides, which are literally the middle of March, the 15th day of March. And so we have several, we have seven, in fact, locations of the Ides rebus, which work in both directions. A notion, 19 across, a notion that's difficult to dispel, and idée fixe, and one down provided assistance. 24 across a stockholder's portion, dividend, and 9 down certain silk spinner, a spider. 42 across a lair is a hideout, and 32 down haven't a clue is no idea. Beware the Ides we've already covered, and 59 down a tour leader is a guide. I'm missing one here. 75 across, a digressive remark is an aside, and a Las Vegas football player at 64 down is a raider. Here, 110 across, some Savannah groups are prides, as of lions, and 92 down, a big step is stride, and then finally 130 across, contemptuously laughed at is derided, and slyly disparaging is snide. Then we have all these theme recipe ingredient instructions. So we have a large head of romaine at 22 across, shredded with the outer leaves discarded. We have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice for acidity. We have a clove of garlic crushed at 51 across. We have ground black pepper at 86 across to taste. 1 cup of bread cubes seasoned and lightly toasted until crispy at 107 across. 125 across, 1 egg yolk coddled or raw, add an extra for richer flavor. At 4 down, 3/4 teaspoon Grey Poupon preferred Dijon mustard. At 7 down, a half cup of olive oil slowly drizzled and whisked to form an emulsion. And at 67 down, 2 tablespoons of anchovy paste for a briny flavor. At 89 down, a half cup of Parmesan, freshly grated. I think that's all of them. And then finally, we also have a number of Roman Empire, ancient Rome themed clues to go along with these. So we have the consuls who are elected magistrates. We have handled vessel in a museum, an amphora, which usually held wine. We have what else? Sure, there were more than that. Uncle Remus is lightly that in terms of the founders of Rome, Remus and Romulus, but these are in fact collections of African American folk tales. That's not really that. Where are the other Roman themed clues? Well, Roman Empire here at 13 down for sure. A calf born with 2 heads at 29 down, an omen during that time. Pharsalia and the Aeneid, both epics. The Aeneid from Roman times, written by Virgil. 1 way to cross the Rubicon, Caesar famously crossing the Rubicon, not using a bridge, I don't think. And the Mead from Roman times as well. So quite a few. We also have 2 Winnie the Pooh themed clues for some reason, and other sort of food-related clues as well. So lots of richness to the grid. I'm wondering if there was any other clues that are sort of tricky. I think actually not. Peepers, keepers, I am understanding now that we want not the eyes themselves, but the eyelids. Not that lids are nickname for the eyes, but that we want the keepers of the peepers. Peepers nicknames for eyes, and the keepers of the peepers are your eyelids. This is tricky, misleading. Certainly, we're first of all not looking for fractions but dates, and then second of all, these are both referred to as V-Day in various contexts. I'll have to look up who that is. I'll have to look up the OSU school team name. There's an extra pun in here, creature to take a gander at, because a nene is a type of goose. Tabby talk is fun from Meow, but not misleading really. Got ready to drive is lightly wordplay for golfing, and then one's changing the narrative. Again, very lightly wordplaying here. Style coins that have gone out of style for a turnstile and then gone out of style. Again, not really misleading, but a clever cluing. A soupçon feature, lightly misleading there. We're looking for the accent, not anything to do with the measurement. Make a fast, not lasting. Not really misleading in any way, just a fun clue. Yeah, open before December 25th is tricky, but again, not really misleading. Yeah, even some of these down here, lays operate on with light, I thought was going to be wordplay, but it turns out not to be. So things generally more straightforward than you might expect, but the sheer amount of theme-related material in here is quite impressive. So great job, a great grade by Miranda Kany, and history course, I guess. Just a little, I'm not sure if there's anything deeper to that than just this is an episode in history that provides all this inspiration for all these things in the grid. So that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this solve, please give it a like. And if you want to know when I'm posting next, hit that thumbs up button. Sorry I didn't get to this, or sorry, hit the subscribe button, I should say. Sorry I didn't get to this sort of sooner than 4 days later, but here we are. And it's, I think, well worth the wait. So thanks for joining me today on Crosshatch Puzzles, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.